Hey there, it's Anonymous T, where we spill the tea anonymously. Hello, everyone. Hello, YouTubers. Hope you guys are all having an amazing day today. Sending good vibes, sending positivity, sending blessings, and good energy to each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. So today we're talking Funky Dineva. Anything I say is alleged in my very, very personal opinion. This is for entertainment purposes only. None of this is personal. The Copyright Act of 1976 is in the description box. Some housekeeping items, some meat and potato items. It is free to follow me. Free to follow me on this channel, Anonymous T. Free to follow me on my other channel, Anonymous T Podcast. Free to follow me on the Tickety Talk at Anonymous T Podcast. Free to follow me on the Instagram, on the Instagrammies at Anonymous Reality T. Free to share everywhere. Free to hit the like button so it gets out into the algorithm. Free to share with your family, your friends, and your foes. And do not forget, whether you are coming or going, to hit the like button. So we need to talk about Funky Dineva throwing one of his alleged friends under the bus once again. So we already had over the week ago, when Funky Dineva had the crash out session over a comment that somebody made in his chat on his live about Michelle Atalian Brown when he was going in defending Quad and trying to spin a narrative because he's personal friends with Quad and she's invited him on Sister Circle. He's been on Married to Medicine before, so you got to preserve that friendship, and you got to preserve the friendship with Dr. Heavenly and all these things, and just say all positive things about them, no matter how problematic things that they may say or do. And so he throws Oliver under the bus and said that Oliver was talking bad about Michelle Atalian Brown and also alleged that NENE Leakes was too. And we know NENE Leakes just had Michelle Atalian Brown on NENE's podcast, on NENE's YouTube. Well, Part 2 of Funky Dineva's interview with Ra Ali, who formerly was on Love and Hip Hop, has dropped, and now he's thrown his other good friend, Carlos King, under the bus. The same Carlos King he sat down and did an interview with. The same Carlos King that Funky Dineva had been featured on the social media edition of Love and Marriage Huntsville and all the things, providing commentary. The same Carlos King that, according to Tasha K, y'all are all in the same circles. Y'all all go to the same events together and all of the things. Well, apparently, Funky Dineva exposed to something Carlos King said about what he truly thinks of NENE Leakes. Now, this is interesting, right? Because obviously Carlos King has worked with NENE Leakes on Bravo. But when Carlos King had his canceled show, The Nightcap, he had the OGs of Atlanta Housewives on there, but did not have NENE Leakes. So I presumed at the time there was bad blood. There was bad blood. NENE Leakes didn't see it for him and all this and that. And that's why Carlos at the time was pushing hard for Kenya. He was like, Kenya this, Kenya that. And then out of nowhere, when Carlos King, needed some clicks and views and some quick subscribers to his YouTube, boom, here comes NENE Leakes. Here comes NENE Leakes. And it's the same thing that, it's weird, man. It's really weird because you can just tell that Carlos King does not like these people, but he'll be strategic in who he wants to suck up to with these Bravo celebrities to keep himself relevant. Well, nonetheless, Funky Dineva reveals in this interview that basically Carlos King called NENE one-dimensional. Basically called NENE one-dimensional, felt as though that the only way NENE thrives and survives is if she has a problem with somebody else. That is when you're going to get the NENE Leakes viral reality TV moments. That's when you're going to get the NENE Leakes sound bites, the NENE Leakes memes, is only when there's a problem with somebody else. Basically trying to say that NENE Leakes does not function, doesn't have anything else going for herself, doesn't have anything else to her name, doesn't have any personality traits, doesn't have anything that is of qualifications other than she is a one-trick pony, she is a jack of all trades, a master of none, and can only be something if she is in conflict with others, y'all. Can y'all make this make sense? And didn't Carlos King just sit down for NENE's debut episode of her YouTube channel with Carlos King? I mean, at what point, y'all, are we going to stop consuming people who claim to be of a moral compass, having integrity, being a good friend to others, being trustworthy, all these things, when they're spraying every single thing you tell them? Make it make sense. Make it make sense. So I don't see anything happening, though. I don't see there being a demise of the Funky Dineva Carlos King friendship. Just like Oliver said, that basically he's going to maintain his friendship with Funky Dineva based off of how long he's known him, and basically due to the fact of Funky Dineva's connections with certain reality stars that he also doesn't hold accountable if he considers them a friend, because it's mutually beneficial, right? It's mutually beneficial. All of these relationships are transactional as far as I'm concerned. Funky Dineva has a large platform where, whether you like him or not, he has enough people that will believe whatever tea he spills on any of these reality stars. Even though you have somebody like Oliver who said on the same live that he does not want to talk about, these Married to Medicine reality stars and everything else, because watching the show, he knows that everybody's faking it, everybody is lying. But go to Funky Dineva's page and he's going to sell you a story about these people. It's the same thing he did with Love and Marriage Huntsville, spinning certain narratives depending on who he was cool with and everything else. And he would spin certain narratives allegedly for the Scotts that turned out not to be true. So nonetheless, it's transactional in the sense that people are, whether they like Funky Dineva or not, he has a large enough platform that he can say whatever he wants and people will believe it. And the benefit of Carlos King is, even if, past and present cast members of his shows are dragging him, are saying he doesn't protect black women, are saying the work environments are toxic, are saying that people are not getting paid on time, are saying that they are being treated worse than the melanemic folks did at Bravo and all these things, that people are still going to give Carlos King an opportunity, still give him, a chance to work with them or whatever, or still have a relationship, because basically he's effectively, one, trying to produce these Bravo shows behind the scenes, or two, still can have some type of access and everything else in this reality TV space, because reality TV, especially black reality TV, is a very small world. So nobody's going to fall out with anybody. Maybe Carlos King is just going to pretend it didn't happen, like he did with his good friend Dr. Heavenly's comments about the LGBTQ community, just like Funky Dineva ignored Dr. Heavenly's comments and flipped it around and made it a rant against black women and calling black women fish, and people continue to, entertain the madness and the nonsense. Like, I don't understand what is going on right now in Funky Dineva's psyche, that, like, if these are supposedly supposed to be your friends and your allies, like, it's clear as day that a big part of the reason why y'all are so-called friends is y'all just sit here and just gossip all day about people. Y'all sit here and gossip all day about people, but then want to get on the internet and act like y'all are professional people and all this and that. But most of us, we don't have time to be sitting here gossiping all day about these reality stars. I don't know about y'all, but I just do my content and go. Like, there's other stuff going on. Our country is on fire as far as I'm concerned. To be sitting up here just sitting on the phone gossiping all day about whatever, like, none of these friendships are real. It's all transactional. They all have large platforms to basically influence people and influence a certain narrative, regardless if you have receipts that say otherwise, compared to what's being aired on the show. But if you have, for instance, active lawsuits, active paperwork that refutes what's being presented on the show, you can go to Funky Dineva and basically say, Funky Dineva, tell them that this isn't true. Tell them that it's not me that's in this lawsuit, or tell them that it's not my company in this lawsuit, it's a business partner, even though their name is on the lawsuit, you guys. But again, if you have that quote unquote friendship with Funky Dineva and you still want to be invited to certain events and certain dinners and certain trips and potentially to be back on a reality show, you got to play the game. And the game is, say everything good about me and I will continue to give you perks here and there when I feel like it. And it's crazy to me. It's crazy, but there's so many reality stars and celebrities that value these relationships with these bloggers, but there's no loyalty. Some people understand it for what it is, which it's a transactional relationship. Other people really take it seriously, like it's a real friendship, and that there's supposed to be, real benefits moving forward. But the moment that the opportunity presents itself to spill any secrets, to spill any tea, I mean, here comes Funky Dineva, running his mouth to anybody who is going to listen, and it's just crazy to me. And again, no apologies, no warnings, or anything else. So Oliver and Carlos King is finding out just like the rest of us. But at this point, nothing should be of shock to anybody involved, because this is what happens when everything's transactional. And at any point in time, people can just spray your tea willy-nilly. So there's that. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post new content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.